Well, hello and welcome to this junior mixed doubles semi-final where India is going to be taking on the powerhouse that is China in table tennis at this Asian Championships 2018. We have a very powerful couple on the China side of the game with Shi Xunyao, age 17 and world ranked #1 for her age group. Partnered with Xu Yingbing from China, also 17. Seeded #3 out of all the boys, so a very powerful couple of players there. They will be taking on Manav vs.THAKKAR from India and his partner Archana Girish KAMATH. The Indian players are especially notable having qualified for the Youth Olympic Games, which will be taking place later this year in October. So 4 very talented young players. With the 2 Indians having qualified for the Youth Olympics and the 2 Chinese players being ranked so highly in the world, this should be a very close match. Both Shi and Xu were successful earlier this week, helping to take gold in the team events for China, which finalised on Tuesday. Manav was involved in taking silver in the team events, which was particularly notable for India, being the first time in history that they have won one silver in the team event in the Asian Championships. So, game 1, it's India to serve. Manav and Girish there working well together to keep pressure on the Chinese. Manav demonstrating excellent technique there by returning a serve with a hard and fast forehand topspin.
3, 2.
And at 4-2, India are looking strong. It's early days and it will take 5 games to decide the winner of this match.
3, 4. 3.
Shu there looking to place the ball in the far left-hand corner. His shot just drifting wide.
6, 3. Net, your service is not enough, okay?
That's a let on that service.
6, 3.
Garish serving to Shu.
4, 6. Four, 7.
That's impressive pressure from Garish there. They're slowly pulling into the lead at 7-4. You can see Manav there winding up for big forehand, but having to change to a backspin slice to account for the shorter shot played by the Chinese. They know he's good at the back of the table, so they're keeping it low and keeping it short. And that was very nice placement there by the Chinese of the ball. Manav forced over onto his backhand side, losing his balance.
Net. 7, 6.
So that was really nice placement from Shu there. She put it as far on the left-hand side of this table as possible, which was as far away from Garish as possible. So they're considering where the opponent is.
7, 8.
And not even Manav's long arms could reach that one.
Nine, 7. Net, your service is not high enough, okay?
That's an impressive flick from Shu there. Backhand topspin, bringing the ball right back down. And then the topspin making the ball shoot off again when it hits on the other side. Oh, and Manav picked up on that immediately. Any ball that bounces up from the Chinese is being capitalized upon by Manav with that impressive backhand.
11,
And
7.
there he is again, all over it. So first game goes to India. As previously mentioned, a combination of Manav and Archana Garish Kamath. They are a formidable pair, both qualifying for the Youth Olympics and having been involved in the Junior World Circuit earlier this year. At the age of 18, they are also at the top end of the junior category. So they have a year's more experience on Shi and Shu from China, who are both 17. You can see there in the timeout, India just having a word with their coach, Somyadeep Roy, head coach for India. So first game goes to India and we're moving into the second now. Both teams looking strong. India perhaps more confidence. I'm sure China will come back onto the stage fighting now.
Second game, now to
It's
serve.
Shi, the number one in the world, to start serving.
Drop 1. One, all.
And it looks like Shu has a forehand to match that of Manav. It's 1-1 in this second game.
1, 2.
And you can see that backhand of Manav there.
2, all.
And that is why he is seeded #1 in the men's for the junior boys singles. Manav there with a ripping backhand topspin. So at 3-all, both teams neck and neck so far in this second game.
Good.
Manav struggling to return the return of SHI there, the Chinese #1.
4, 5.
Archana nonetheless doing very well. She is seeded well below her counterpart SHI and has done exceptionally well in this match so far. And that's a ball flying onto the stage from another game. It'll take a moment to reset that point.
Dead. 5, 4.
Fantastic rally, both pairs working exceptionally well together.
Very good, Archana, very good.
Manav in the end not quite quick enough to catch up with Shu from China.
5, 6. Seven, 5.
Shu's return there, causing difficulties for India. He is ranked world ranked #10 in the junior boys category. So not as high as Manav, but nonetheless right up there in the top.
6, 8.
That was really well attacked by Manav there, jumping forward to catch the ball really early on that forehand so he can smash it down and finish the rally.
6, 9.
Come on, Manav, come on.
Seven, 9.
So it's 9-7 to Shu and SHI.
9, 8.
And Shu couldn't quite get low enough on that last one. The ball was too close to his body and he was dropping right down to try and get over it and use his forehand. The Indians catching up now at 8-9.
10, 8.
So it's game point. Shu and SHI are on 10. They need one more to win this to win the second game in this match.
11, 8.
It's impressive play from Archana there. A fast topspin backhand.
This.
Nonetheless, not quite enough. It went out, and India have lost that second game, which leaves it at 1 game all. So China and India both looking confident. We have a very impressive array of statistics in terms of how each of these players ranks in the world. SHI is the first seed for the girls singles in the junior category. Manav, the first seed for the boys in the junior boys category. And and then Shu and Archana not far behind. So we've watched in this last game, Manav is particularly quick on the ball. Those long limbs of his allow him to dive in and capitalize on anything that bounces short from the Chinese. However, that technique that the Chinese have obviously drilled again and again is allowing them to return the service of the Indians with amazing speed, especially from Sher. Sher not quite fast enough to reach that last shot, so the first point goes to India in this third game of the junior mixed doubles semi-final. Manav perhaps just waiting a little too long on that shot, allowing it to drop down, which prevents him from getting it back up and over the net. He got it right that time though, as did Archana. Impressive shots from the future Youth Olympic Games participants. Shu there targeting Manav straight at the body, making it difficult to play anything other than a block on the backhand. That is fantastic placement though by Shu and Shi. It's 3-4 and India are hot on the heels of China. Archana a little frustrated with herself there. I think the top spin from China proving too much to keep the ball on the table. And that was a fantastic shot there from Shu, really deep, catching the end of the table. And that was a very fast shot from Sher there, countering an attacking shot from Manav. The Chinese using the angle there, pushing the Indians out wide. Manav wasn't quite quick enough to get all the way to that ball, well wide from the table. And that is why he is #1 seed for the boys. That backhand return is his greatest weapon. Sher equally his match, returning the serve powerfully into the bottom left-hand corner.
4-9. 4-10.
So Sher set that last point up well with the drop shots, which allowed her partner Shu to play a powerful forehand on the point. And they've done it again. That's 11-4, and Chinese have easily taken that third game. So 2 games to China.
Thank you.
They lost the first one to India, who won 11-7, but won the second 11-8, and that third 11-4. The point suggesting that they're growing in confidence and sussing out their opponents. So that's fantastic technique. You can see there in slightly slow motion of the Chinese on the backhand, rotating the wrist, creating huge topspin on the ball, which allows that really fast backhand shot, which would otherwise fly off the end of the table. So we're moving into the fourth game of this match. China have 2 games to 1, and if they win this third, then they will be through and into the finals. And they're looking confident.
All.
Come on, come on.
So the Chinese are really good at capitalizing on that serve of Manav's there that just bounced up a little too high. Got away with it that time. Shu's shot just flying slightly long. And that was a great reach by Manav there. The short drop shot catching the Chinese slightly unawares. And then Manav was there to capitalize on the result. It's 3-all in this fourth game. And India know that they need to pull ahead in order to stay in the match. So Archana just going for the finishing smash there, unfortunately just flying long.
Four, five.
Manav there going for the drop shot. He'll be a little frustrated with that, just pulling short and hitting the net. And there's that backhand top spin smash that's been keeping India in the game so far. That's really well played by India there, keeping the ball in the game. Shu just making a slight mistake there as he went for the big smash. Oh, and that is very fast action from Sher there. You can really see why she's done so well this year in the Junior Worlds circuit. And there again, Sher is not only the winner in China, Hong Kong, Poland, but also in Czechoslovakia earlier this year on the Junior World circuit. She's been having a fantastic run so far, and it's really paying off today. You can see her fantastic technique. India, though, exploiting a difference there in the positioning of the opponents. And that's Sher keeping them in the game here. We're 8-all in this fourth game. So these next few points are critical. If India can gain a couple more points to win this game, then they can stay in the match. It's sure to serve, and they're desperate to catch up.
9-all.
It's 9-all now, and the winner of this match will be through into the finals, so all to play for. Oh, just a little bit of luck there for sure. Clipping the net. It's 10-9 now, and they only need one more to stay in. It's not over quite yet. 10-10. India is still very much in this match.
Net 10-all.
And they've pulled ahead now, 1 point. India have had a good run this last couple of points and will be determined to get one more. With 2 games, they're still in the match. And there they have it. So,
No, that is while hitting the edge.
there's some controversy, I think, over that last point.
11-10. 11-10.
We're just going to wait and find out. Archana.
Okay, after.
She would appear to be unhappy about the ball for some reason. We'll just wait to find out. So India's coach, that's Somyadeep Roy there, the head coach, doesn't seem to be too happy about the situation.
I think
I expect he feels that India should have definitely won that point. It's a critical point after all. It will keep India in this match. So the referees now just checking and asking India to step back while they try and work out what's gone on. Somyadeep Roy there, ex-Commonwealth Games gold medalist, has plenty of experience. He's played with the national team of India for 15 years, so he knows as well as anybody about the tactics that could go on behind a table tennis game. I can't stress how important the outcome of this dispute will be. If India have won the point, then they are still in the match. But if it is forced to be replayed, then there's the chance that Shu and Sher will catch up. And after all, the winner of this will go through to the final. So it looks like we're going to be replaying the point. And you can see India's coach at the back there, Somyadeep Roy, shaking his head. He is not happy at all about this result. And I'm sure the Indians will be a little cross as well. I'm not exactly sure what has caused the confusion. Nevertheless, it is 11-10 with India in the lead. And it's
11-10.
Archana to serve. And they won it anyway. There's a huge cheer from the crowd, and they'll be delighted to have won after that small dispute. You can see a smile on the face of Manav there. He's really pleased about that result, and rightly so. So 2 games all. This is shaping up to be a really exciting semi-final. We will find out in the final game whether the Youth Olympic qualifiers, the Indians, will be a match for the Chinese. We've stressed earlier how exciting the results from the team events were for India. So now getting into the semi-finals again, a first in the Asian Junior and Cadet Table Tennis Championships for India. and probably an unexpected challenge for SHI and XU. SHI being seeded #1 and ranked World 1 in the world.
You support this game. Alternative serve, love all.
So we've just started the 5th and final game of this junior mixed doubles semi-final. It's 2-2 and India are leading this final game 2-0.
Red 1-all.
It's a backspin shot there from Manav, catching SHI out a little.
All. Two, three.
That is fantastic play from the Chinese there. You could see the curve of the ball in the air that the spin is causing. Manav did well to return, but in the end, the Chinese attack was too much. The Chinese now leading 4-2. And it looks like that final shot from China there just went long. XU reaching right over the table to try and catch it over the net. It's 5-3. China are leading this game.
Receive change. Okay.
And that's well attacked from Manav there. I think a little bit of confusion between SHI and XU there about who should have been where. Mixed doubles, of course, as much about how the two players work together as their individual strengths. Manav did well to set Archana there up, set her up there, but unfortunately just missing. And after that huge wind-up, eventually XU's forehand there just flying long. And XU there capitalizing on a slightly shortened ball from Manav that bounced up high. Archana tried to block, but not quite quick enough. That's a rapid backhand return there from XU. It's a little too fast for the Indians to cope with. The Chinese seem to be particularly good at returning the India's serve. That's better from India, using the angle, pushing the Chinese into the far right-hand corner.
Time out.
So they're allowed a 1-minute break. India just consolidating tactics with his coach, Somyadeep Roy there. India, like China, have an incredibly thorough training regime taking care of psychological aspects of play, including dietitians, looking at flexibility and coordination. China, though, really are a dominant force in the world of table tennis coaching. As previously mentioned, Chinese coaches can be found all over the world coaching the Japan team now, and also in America, where Chen Ji is the coach for the USA Junior Girls.
8-7. 9-7.
So in the final points of this final game, it is 9-7 to China. And if they win this, they will be through to the finals of the junior mixed doubles. And that's the shot that has been causing India trouble. When India serve, Xu and She are so quick on that return. It's 10-7 and China only need one more point. There it is again. And it turns out that the #1 seed She and her partner Xu have been too much for the two Youth Olympic qualifiers. So really exciting game and a really high level of play from all players all rounds. India will nonetheless have been delighted to have got through this far, as they are perhaps less experienced than China in these top-end world events. That's just a bit of replay there from the last game of India versus China. And there's that flick that She's used to great effect. China put up a real fight, and at 2 games all, it could have gone either way in the last few points of that 5th game. Manav really using his athleticism to the max there, reaching for those shots that the Chinese have used angles on so well. So China through to the final of the junior mixed doubles. We'll see them again tomorrow.